decades, India's foreign policy has been a delicate dance on the global stage. A nation of immense diversity and ancient wisdom, it often sought a path of strategic autonomy. But today, something has shifted. We witness a diplomatic revolution where India, under great leadership, is no longer just observing but shaping the global narrative, especially when it comes to the gravest threat facing humanity. Get ready to understand how India is rewriting the rules through its bold center at an ASEAN meeting and its strengthening of alliances like the Quad. Our story begins not in the halls of power, but in the valleys of Jammu and Kashmir. In April, the beauty of Pahalgam was shattered by a brutal terrorist attack. It wasn't just an act of violence, it was an economic warfare aimed at the region's tourism, a lifeline for countless families. This act sent a shockwave across India and demanded a global response. Shortly after this tragedy, a crucial diplomatic gathering took place, the Shanghai Cooperation Organization, or SCO Summit. This is a significant regional bloc, which include major players like China and Pakistan. India arrived at the SCO meeting with a clear expectation, a collective condemnation of Pahalgam attack, and a unified pledge to bring the perpetrators to justice. However, as the final statement of the summit was drafted, a glaring omission became clear. The mention of terrorism, and specifically the Pahalgam attack, was removed due to the influence of certain member states. This was a critical juncture. Would India, traditionally a voice of consensus, quietly accept this act? The answer was a rounded no. India's External Affairs Minister Jaishankar made a powerful statement. India wouldn't sign the declaration. He publicly declared that the reason was simple. The declaration failed to acknowledge terrorism. This bold refusal, unheard of in such a forum, sent a ripple across international media of a new era in India's diplomacy. India's stand at the SCO meeting wasn't a one-off incident. It was a clear manifestation of a new foreign policy, the no impunity doctrine. For too long, the world and India had grappled with the use of terrorism as a proxy, often compounded by nuclear blackmail. But India's message is now clear. It has every right to defend its people, and it will attack the source of terrorism wherever it may be. There will be no more acceptance of terrorists as mere proxies. This firm stance at the SCO meeting set the stage for later engagement. The contrast became ever more striking when we consider the Quad. Unlike the reservations seen at the SCO, the Quad nations in a later engagement openly condemned the Pahalgam terrorist attack. They called for the perpetrators to be brought to justice. This powerful alignment within the Quad highlighted India's conviction that some alliances are more strong and more aligned on fundamental values like fighting the terrorism. The Quad, often seen as a grouping of major economy and democracies, truly proved its mettle here, demonstrating a unity of purpose that overcomes geopolitical complexities. India's decision to host the upcoming Quad Summit in 2025 further consolidated its commitment to this alliance, showcasing its belief in the collective strength of like-minded nations to tackle global challenges, including the scourge of terrorism. Does this shift mean for the future? India's diplomacy, exemplified by its actions at the SCO meeting and its collaboration within the Quad, is fundamentally reshaping international relations. It's about setting clear red lines, demanding accountability, and refusing to allow strategic convenience to overshadow moral imperative. This new policy is about sending a clear message to those who sponsor terror that the rules of engagement have changed. India leveraged its growing economic and geopolitical weight to push for a more just and secure world order, one where terrorism is never normalized or overlooked. While challenges remain, including the complexities of maintaining relations with diverse international partners and navigating potential shifting global alliances like US-Japan relations, India's trajectory is clear. It's moving from a nation that adapted to the global order to one that actively influences and helps define it. The world is changing, and understanding this shift is more crucial than ever. India's diplomatic revolution offers invaluable insight into the future of international relations, national security, and global cooperation. If you're passionate about geopolitics, if you're interested in the rise of new global power, or if you simply want to understand the forces shaping our interconnected world, then you need to delve deeper into the stories Subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell so you don't miss our next deep dive into the world's most critical geopolitical shifts. Join the conversation and be part of understanding the future.